What is up, guys? It is Jake from Team Insanity here. I'm going to bring you guys a commentary. Now, this video I've been kind of holding back on because I haven't really wanted to, do a full-blown commentary. I don't know, I've just been really putting it off because it's a long video. But I'm finally doing it. This is the Alien Invasion game right now. So this is at Lone Wolf Paintball. It's held basically every October. Probably one of the most fun games that I go to for sure. It's so much fun. It is a very inexpensive big game, and it's an attack and defend all day long. So you're just attacking and defending, lots of paintball. So I'm using the GoG one. Right there where I was shooting in the woods, I was honestly just spraying and praying because they're starting to poke their heads up. And you could sort of see their paint streams, so I could kind of see, and I was trying to shoot at their paint streams so I could, possibly hit someone. Don't know if I got anyone out, but I, definitely shot at them or very, very close to them. So, and this is a defending game now. I'm playing with a lot of the Empire Army. Kevin Rudolph was here. I'm also playing with some Mad Frog guys. Jacob's here, Nick is here, normal Lone Wolf guys. It's just such a very, very fun big game. Now, you guys are going to hear a lot of communication. I shot a full Pinocchio plus 5 pods, which isn't a ton in 30 minutes. You can see me holding them back through the wood line. You're going to watch me do a lot of communicating. I was in the game. I stayed alive for 39 minutes or something like that. So I was on the field for 39 minutes total. So I'm just down here keeping people's heads down. At this point, now, I know the field pretty much better than a lot of the guys that are playing here because it's a big game. This is my home field. They don't play here that often. So, I kind of know the field a lot. I know the gameplay, so I know when to move, and this is when I start to move up. Kevin's on my right, and I'm looking through these little cracks. Obviously, I can't shoot through those, but I can sit there and listen. I'm talking to Kevin, as you guys can hear. Kevin's talking to me, relaying call-outs. I'm sitting there listening. And you guys can see the woods. There's, I believe that's Ben, some of the guys from the Empire Army. So we're just getting shot at, and I can sit there and look at them shooting at me, but, not really going to be able to hit me through that. So you guys are going to see a lot of paint come flying through. Kevin and I doing some work over here. So, just doing my thing over here. Obviously, I'm just like any new profile picture. Hope a cameraman comes over here and gets a good action shot. And I wasn't, I wasn't really too descriptive. Wong kind of called me out on it. I was just like, guys, they're in the brush over there. And Wong was like, Jake, we're in a fucking forest. What brush are you talking about? So, shout out to Wong. I had to, specify a little bit. So, just doing my thing. Tony's on my left side. Here he comes, here he comes! And I can sit here and I can look through these cracks and tell them where they're coming at. And I can patrol the woods, the 2-story, the sandbags. Not much is happening right now on my side that I am watching because I have a lot of teammates alive on that side. I have people in the 2-story. My guys can't go into the woods, but we have people on the edge of the woods patrolling the woods. And our left side is just stacked. We're just stacked money. I wasn't even going to waste my paint on that. You guys saw how many people we had on the left side. We probably had 40 people. We probably had 40 people in this base, and probably 30 of them were stacked on that, pointed on that left side, and the other 10, including me, were on this right side. So, a little uneven, but it's a lot easier to attack from the left side.
Yeah, just walk right back there.
So, I'm just over here, just, kind of watching. I'm just sitting here waiting. I did a lot of waiting. Like I said, I did a lot more communicating, and that is how you win paintball games. Whether it's speedball or woodsball, I did a lot of communicating, and I did a lot of sort of half generaling. I wasn't a general this game. I wasn't for good. I just wanted to come and play, have fun. They found Kevin Rudolph to do generaling, so that was really cool. One of the Mad Frog guys, that's Teddy right there. And one of the things about this field is that those woods, you can see those woods that I'm pointing at behind me. They can literally, there's a big rope line. They can sit there and walk up that rope and come behind us. So keep that in mind. They can come all the way behind us and flank us. So there's Tony.
Okay.
you can hear us communicating. He's telling me what's going on the left side, and I'm sitting here watching the right side, and I'm making sure that we're not going to get flanked from the back. I'm making sure that nothing's happening to my right side, making sure that nothing bad happens.
No.
And because, you know, we have guys posted up on the right, it's a lot harder to get to that flank, because to get to that area of the woods to get behind us, you can see them moving, because there's like this area that you can see behind. And now this is when I start to rain fire. I almost accidentally shot Kevin. This is kind of funny. I'm just kind of going to town over here. I had this gun on full auto. So this gun, you have 3 modes. You have the semi, you have the burst, and then you have full auto. You can just click through the modes with the button. Kind of cool. But the trigger started sticking, so I almost, you know, shot Kevin in a couple minutes. But as you can see, I'm sitting here communicating. And at this point, I mean, I can just pop up and just start beasting. I mean, I can just start beasting on people, especially once my side starts to get taken out.
Right here. We have a guy right in our center bunker. Shoot right.
So I'm sitting here, sort of giving directions.
Right in front of it.
You guys can hear me communicating.
He's not moving. He's just sitting there.
Just telling everyone what's going on so we're all on the same page.
Okay, that bunker. Watch out. We have
So there's Tony calling out the kills. Now you can hear me saying, Kevin, don't poke your hopper out too much, because I can sit here and see where Kevin's hopper at. And now at this point, now you guys watched my 2-story get taken out earlier. Now what's kind of iffy is, like, now we start to lose the right side. So we're probably like 13 minutes into the game. Obviously I did a couple cuts so you guys don't get too bored. So I'm sitting here. I'm actually like, I am squatting. I'm basically doing a wall squat right here, so I'm not standing straight up. And you guys can see how close the paint is coming to my face. For me to be able to see, and to see out of this left side, because I'm looking out the left side right now, but you can see with my camera, the right side, or the woods in front of me, which is technically the right side of the field, can still shoot at my mast. They have just a little shot, so I'm sitting here doing this very awkward wall squat, peeking through the holes, trying to watch people to call them out for my team, and my face is still up.
Stand back, Tony, stand back, stand back.
And I can just, you know, I can start seeing, now I'm starting to patrol the sandbags, now I'm starting to patrol the center, I'm starting to patrol the right side, and I'm calling out where they're going. So is Kevin. Kevin's sitting there yelling. I'm trying to tell him to keep his hopper tucked in, because now we have guys moving up on this right side. I can't shoot at them yet because they're in the brush. But one thing that woods ballers, that if you guys play in the woods, the one reason why I knew, and here's Tony getting ready to throw a smoke grenade. We're like, just save it.
Save it. Just save it.
So he ended up saving it. But one thing that all woods ballers should pick up on is movement of branches, movement of trees. Obviously there's wind outside, but cool thing is, when the wind isn't blowing and you see a tree moving around, normally that's a person. So I'm sitting here trying to make sure that no one's coming behind us. I'm looking all directions. I'm watching the front of the field. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to communicate. And that's where I almost accidentally shot him, because the trigger was sticking on full auto. So I'm sitting here and I'd poke up and I can shoot down the field, and there's, you know, 50, 60 people attacking at one time. So it's kind of easy to get a kill or two here and there. You can stick out good kills. And this is me just communicating, telling Tony, look, this is where they're at. Kevin listened to my call out. He knew exactly where he was at. That's why it's crucial to be on point with communication. And it's a lot more dangerous for me to poke out, because for me to poke out to shoot Kevin's side of the field, I have to expose, now I have to poke out and expose my entire gun to my side of the field, plus 99% more of my body to the other side of the field where the bad guys are at. And now I'm exposing myself to the bad guys on Kevin's side. So it's very, very dangerous to do what I'm doing, shooting on that side of the field. That's why I don't do it that much. Still patrolling the center over here, and this is just a feeding frenzy, because they're just coming in waves. Like I said, they're just trying to make these pushes at the sandbag, like 5 of them at a time. And this is when they try to make an awesome attack through the woods, and I'm just absolutely just smoking these guys in the wood. It was just an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Let's go fucking get some.
So you can see me just laying down paint, just taking these guys out, just one by one. It was like a 30 to 45 minute game, and you know, then you switch sides. So you attack and then you defend, you attack and defend, so on and so on, for the rest of for all day basically. But it's unlimited respawn, so you're respawning, so you can sit here and take out these people, and then they're just gonna come right back at you basically. They just go right up to the staging area, get some more paint, they come right back to the field, and it's not too far of a walk. It's not like a Living Legends walk. I mean, obviously it's a walk, but it's not a super far walk. You can hear me just communicating, just yelling, and like I said, I'm doing this awkward wall sit where I can just see. I'm calling out, one of the other things is I'm calling out, hey, I've got some lone wolf guys in the woods over here. Obviously that's important because we're at a lone wolf field. They know how to get around a lot easier than some of the other people on this field. So I'm sitting here calling it out, doing my thing over here. And like I said, I'm just doing this awkward squat. My legs killed after this. I skipped the attacking round because it was, like I said, just doing a wall sit. So I'm sitting here looking out those little cracks, and I still have to look in front of me, making sure that my dome doesn't get shot. Kevin's over here communicating very well. Tony moved over more to the left side. I'm just gonna start picking these guys off. I didn't get a kill. I haven't got that guy out at the center bunker. I don't know if I shot him there or not. I don't think I shot him yet, but I do shoot him here in a couple minutes.
It's only a matter of time until I get shot.
And basically, I mean, it's only a matter of time. Just basically what I said. It's only a matter of time where I was sitting until I get shot. I mean, all it's going to take is a wave of 10-15 people. I poke, and I'm just sitting here in the open. Anyone can see my mask. All it takes is one person to be smart. But the thing is, shoot me where I'm at. They sort of have to crawl into the middle of the field, and there's other buildings on the other side, and they're kind of defending me at the same time. They didn't know it, but they're sitting there. They're shooting into the woods, and that's stopping these guys from slowly crawling up into the woods and getting a shot on me. So my guys didn't really know what they were doing, but it's a big team effort.
Oh, there you are. Come here, bitch. Fucking get some.
Like I said, so I just stood up, just start getting some kills. 2-3 people start running up. And it's getting really intense. We're yelling, we're screaming, we're shooting a lot of paint. I'm shooting a lot of paint right here. Going nuts. This is what scenario paintball is all about, and that's what's really fun about this.
They're like 10-15 feet behind.
So Tony's a distance away from me, and we're just sitting here and we're yelling across the field to each other. Communication is so important. If we sat here and didn't say anything to each other all game, we wouldn't have even gotten this far. They would have just absolutely ran us over. So Kevin, Tony, and I, and a lot of the Empire Army guys, we still have a medic as well. We're still sitting here and we're communicating very well. We're sitting here talking and yelling to each other. And that is what's very crucial, especially in speedball and woodsball. We're very organized. You can hear me going through puberty because I've been yelling so much during this game. So, and I think I had to, you know, yelling in games before too, so sitting here talking. So I hope you guys are gonna have a good new year. I'm actually going, just a little update, I'm gonna be going on vacation here for a hot second, just doing some more work in the woods. Here comes a big pack. Almost got shot on my hopper, but it actually hit that piece of wood before me, but that's okay because hopper and gunshots can be healed by medic, so I would have been okay. That's why I didn't care about having the Pinocchio at this point. But I am going to be going to Florida for a hot second, so it's like my little Christmas break thing. So what I'm doing is I'm directing Travis. I'm getting some more people back onto my right side because they're just slowly picking us off. So they start making these big pushes on my right side. So 10-15 of them will start, you know, running through the woods like you guys just saw, and I'll poke up and I'll just start mowing them down. I'll just all you can eat headshot buffet, and that's what I do, and I just sit there and mow them down. But you know, it takes a second to shoot at that many people making big chunks of moves, and I can't shoot all of them I mean, unfortunately, I wish I could, but, you know, I can't shoot all of them, so we're losing people on the right side at the same time. So I'm seeing that, and I'm shifting people from the left to the right side, and our people that are respawning, patrolling the middle sandbags again. As you can see, I'm just doing absolute work over here, and that's what it takes to play this game. And I mean, to stay alive and do a wall sit like this, let me tell you, I don't ever plan on doing it ever again.
Okay, sandbags. He's back at the sandbags at that 2-story. I have a shot on him, but it's too risky.
So I'm sitting here just, you know, calling out the shots, just letting everyone know Kevin's tucked in doing the little wall sit. Not a wall sit like I am, but you can see.
Get to that center bunker right now and look.
And I'm telling Tanner what to do. I know the shots on the field, so I'm telling him, you need to get to this bunker, and you need to be able to shoot this bunker. You can hear me telling Kevin when to wrap, all that fun stuff, telling him when to get those shots. Communication, I'm gonna say this like 50 billion times.
Keep your head away from that window, Callie.
Another big thing, because I know that they're coming on that right side. I know that I can't shoot them yet, but like I said, I'm seeing the bushes move. I'm watching them slowly crawl up. They get 5-10 guys. It was like this all day. They're just getting 5-10 guys, and they just start trying to take that big push so they can get to the flank. And it is sort of a harder area because you sort of have to run through like an area of woods that's hard to run through because you go through like this little opening to get to this other side. It's a lot harder in the fall time. This is the fall time. The leaves and the brush, it's so much easier to shoot through, but it's not as thick in the fall. So I can sit here and start shooting at them through these gaps. That's why I'm saying it's an all-you-can-eat buffet over here, and I'm just picking them off. But because of that, there's some guys still hidden in the backwoods that aren't ballsy enough to make that move, that are still putting fire over here. And if Kevin keeps on putting his head by that window, he's going to get his head blasted. And that's exactly why I'm communicating, hey, you know what? Keep your head away from this window, because I know the field. I know he's going to get his head knocked off. So just a little bit of, you know, trying to you know, just tell people how to, you know, how to stay alive, I guess. I mean, it is my field. I know how to stay alive over here pretty well. I mean, I do get shot out, so I mean, obviously not well enough.
Jesus Christ, where the fuck are you shooting me from?
And I'm just getting pounded. I'm just getting pounded from the left side. Obviously, like I said, they can't shoot me through these little holes. I can't get my barrel through. I mean, unless if I wanted to break it, I could probably get my barrel through. Those holes are actually smaller than they appear. So, and I'm telling people, because it's getting intense. I'm running out of paint. We're starting to lose people, and I can see into the woods. I said, you know what? If I'm going to die here, it's only a matter of time before I die. They're seeing me. They're getting smarter. They're making these moves. We have less and less people. So if I die, you need to take this spot, because defending is all a time game. I am slowing them down. That's all I'm doing right here.
Okay, Kevin, we got
That's literally my main goal. I didn't care if I could sit there and get 0 kills. I could care less about getting kills. If I could sit here and slow people down, I am very, very happy with that. Like, if I see 50 people in front of me, and I don't shoot one guy, but I keep them from making a move on the rest of my team, that's a W in my book, and that's exactly what I'm going for. You can see the amount of paint that's just flying over through here. We have a little bit of reinforcements.
Here he comes, here he comes. Tony, center bunker. Oh my God,
and funny thing, I could sit here, it killed me. I was looking through this this fat guy, okay? He just makes the slowest, most impossible run. Like, I mean, it was the slowest run I've ever seen. Like, it was like, if you were to take, I don't even know how to explain it. It was the slowest run, and I just watched him basically almost walk there to the bunker. That's how slow he was running. And it was very depressing to me on the inside. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I can't believe you made that. Trying to keep people motivated. Don't waste your body. Stay alive. Don't make the mistake. Running out of paint, as you guys can see. Still doing my little wall sit. That's how Kevin is right there, is sort of how I am, except my legs are out in front of me. I'm pushing up against the wall. And you can just see how we're just poking our mass out very, very little. Next wave of people are coming in. They're not really, it's not a wave, like they don't respawn in waves, I guess you can say. But they were attacking in waves. You can attack however you want. You don't have to attack in a wave. It's not like, you know, like D-Day, where they just set down the they set down the bridge and you go run, or they set down the boat bridge and you go run. It's not like that kind of wave. It's like a wave like they sort of just know how to attack, and you can see the paint stream flying in on me now. I'm just sort of bobbing and weaving my head. They're just coming a little slow. I don't throw my body away. If I would have poked my head up, I obviously would have got shot. Not throw my body away. I'm being very, very smart, saying, look, you guys need to take out this sandbag. This is what you guys need to do. And I'm just sort of sitting here directing. We're all communicating. It's not just me that's sitting here communicating. And I'm just poking up, and I can take out one at a time, because now they're standing out in the middle of the field. Now they're standing out, they're making these ballsy moves because they have to. They're running out of time. They have no choice. So this is when I really love defending, because now I can really just start blasting people, because they have no choice. I mean, they have unlimited respawns. They have a time limit, and their goal is to come and attack this base. I mean, they have to. They have no choice but to come and make stupid mistakes. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm getting Tanner in here. I'm getting Teddy over here, and I'm telling people, I'm like, guys, you guys need to switch over to this side, because we're getting hit from this side, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Come here real quick.
And like I said, and one reason why I'm trying to switch people over there is so we don't get shot in the back, so we don't get flanked. Remember, like I said, the one reason why they like to attack that right side that I'm on is to hit us from the flank. You can literally get behind us. Tony and I are still sitting there yelling at each other. So we're still sitting here yelling and communicating. And it's intense. You guys can hear the amount of paint that's coming out. It's just flying through us. Kevin and I still holding it down over here. Empire Army guys are spread out through the base. I mean, we're spread really, really well right now. And we're just, I mean, paint's just flying at us. But the problem is, I mean, like I said, you guys have seen, Kevin and I have been standing here now for, we're almost at, like, if I didn't edit the video, we're almost to that, like, 35-40 minute mark. So we've been out on the field for that long without a break and without getting any extra paint. And like I said, I'm telling you, if I die, someone needs to get to this spot. This is such a crucial spot. You need to do what I've been doing. And I'm giving Anthony a little bit of a prize, telling him I'm going to blow him. And I'm going to suck the soul out of him. Gotta have a little bit of gay love out on the field, right, guys? And this is, like I said, so I'm sitting here I'm just picking them off. I mean, I'm still just sitting here picking them off. I'm not making those stupid mistakes. They almost shot me right there, and that's what they want me to do. They're sending people in the middles of the field. They're doing that kind of stuff, waiting for us to make those mistakes. Jacob's also live. Jacob's all the way on my right side. Tony's on my left side. Kevin and I are over here. I'm using Tanner as a messenger system still. I'm sending Tanner over to Jacob, like, Jacob, shoot this bunker, and then Tanner will go tell Jacob that. Because, I mean, it's kind of hard to communicate that far on a paintball field with you shooting plus other people shooting. So I'm using Tanner. I'm like, Tanner, go tell Jacob this, and then Tanner comes back. He sort of floats in the middle of the field. He's carrying callouts. He was doing exactly what I was doing in the very beginning of the game when you guys saw me. So Tanner's just running around being like an owl. A Harry Potter owl. Because I'm a nerd. Harry Potter. Harry Potter! Harry Potter! Ugh! Can hear me yelling at Jacob. And we're sort of getting to the end of the video here. We're sort of getting to wrap it up. You can see how many defenders that we still have. Like I said, half of us have been on the field for, I mean, you know, a while. And I'm telling Kevin, you need to wrap, and you guys can see how tight he's playing. I mean, he's playing with this tank over top of his shoulder. He's keeping his head away from that. He's keeping his hopper tucked behind the bunker. He has no choice. I mean, he's playing in a very uncomfortable position. But you have no choice, and we're playing in all uncomfortable positions. Still doing work on him. And now, like I said, remember, I don't want to get flanked from the right. I'm sitting here talking shit to a guy that can't hear me, telling him, if you take one more step out of those woods, I can see you. Doesn't take that step. Spoiler alert. And here they come start shooting, and I started getting shot at from my back, and now I see them start moving on my back. I ended up getting shot right as I started shooting. I'm just like, hey, did I get hit on my head? And I got hit. I walk out. Game over for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. and Happy New Year.